we've begun a purpose-inspired movement to thank moms everywhere in the world. So I trust these examples demonstrate a new way of thinking about how to build brands based on serving consumers inspired by a brand's purpose. So here's what I'd like to see going forward. Certainly for all of the great creatives that work on our P&G brands, but for all of you that work on other brands as well. I'd like each of you to be sure that you have a purpose defined for the brand that you work on. Why does that brand uniquely exist to improve lives and to make life better? I'd like you to use that purpose as inspiration for big, brilliant, creative ideas that bring the key platforms to life and get people to participate in your brand's community. Creative ideas that bring to life the products and the services that improve people's lives. Creative ideas that bring people together through the power of entertainment. And creative ideas that touch people's hearts and make the world a better place through acts of kindness and generosity. I believe we're at an inflection point in our industry. And if we come out of this recession and return to marketing, selling, and campaigning, then I think we may only survive until the next economic downturn. But if we make the shift to serving, touching, and moving people inspired by brand purpose, I believe that we'll thrive and will open up new sources of creativity for our brands. We'll be back here a year from now, and I'm looking forward to showing you even more examples of big, brilliant, creative ideas that serve people with brands inspired by purpose. Thank you. And now I'd like to open it up for questions, because I'd really like to engage in a dialogue with you. We have plenty of time. And so we'll turn the lights up to bring some energy back from your early and late night. So we have microphones around there if you want to use them, or if you want to stand up and shout out, I'm happy to do that. Come on, there's a brave soul. I see one. Thank you.
Marc, who do you admire, and what work do you really like?
Who do I admire? Well, I admire a lot. I admire a lot of companies. I'm going to give you a one that you may not have heard of. It's called Tom's, Shoes of Tomorrow. Tom's is about as purpose-inspired as they come. What they do is they make very, very fashionable shoes that are sold in department stores. They're very cool, they're very hip. All my kids have them, my wife has them, all our friends have them. But what they do is for every pair of shoes that they make and sell, they give away another pair of shoes to children who don't have shoes and who are in developing countries. And it's a very interesting proposition because, interestingly, a lot of disease comes from not having your shoes on because of things that come through the soil. And a lot of kids can't go to school because they don't have shoes. So what this is an amazing purpose-inspired company that is demonstrating that you can do well by doing good. So they're one company that I admire. I admire a lot of companies. I admire a lot of work that we see as well here. I've seen some good work here this week. I think that the Gatorade work is brilliant. I think what they've done is a really nice job of being able to come up with an idea, the replay idea, that really brings back that inspiration that people have to be able to replay a moment. And I think they're very purpose-inspired because they have a lot of new products that are coming out as well. The 1, 2, 3 that gives them a range of different ways. So it's not just great entertainment, great commercials, it's also great products. So thank you.
Thanks a lot, Marc. Imagine the size of a company of Procter & Gamble going this direction. Got to have a lot of organizational challenges. What are some of the things that you've come across, and then how do you get past them?
Okay, so the question is, what are the organizational challenges for taking something like purpose and putting across the company? I'll tell you where it starts. It starts with leadership. And our CEO, Bob McDonald, started by taking our purpose, which, by the way, we've had our purpose for several years. But what he did is he made it a growth strategy. He said, our purpose is to touch and improve more lives, so it's going to be a growth strategy because we're going to do it in more parts of the world more completely, which said we're going to go to every country. We're looking for, we touch 4 billion consumers today. We want to touch 5 billion in the next 5 years, and eventually the world's 7 billion consumers. So every consumer we want to get. So more parts of the world and more consumers. More completely means products, services, ranges of different products, whether it be a range of products like shampoos, conditioners, styling, whatever the case may be, or up and down, you know, high-priced products, low-priced products. Gillette has a 5 rupee razor for men that can't afford a Mach 3. And they're going into every market there, in every village. So leadership is the first step, and a company purpose helps you. What we then did is we've gone to every brand. And we've said every brand needs to define its purpose. And we try to make it simple. Why does your brand exist? To make lives better and touch and improve lives. And we like to think about that as the soul of the brand. Then we say now, what is the benefit of your brand? What does it do to make lives better? So think about that as the heart of the brand. Then we say, now how do you express that? Through execution. That's the body, physical manifestation of things.